And want to welcome you into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Tap Bank. I'm Alex Napolis. That's Brian Brown. And after a weather-delayed Friday night last week, the Mountain Ridge Sentinels knocking off Harriman, and the home side tonight controls this region. They control their destiny as they try to cap off another win here tonight against the Bingham Miners. Kickoff about to get underway, and Bingham boots this one up and away. It'll go into the end zone, back for a touchback, and we'll see this Sentinel offense for the first time.
Yeah, and to your point, Alex, I think it's the tale of two programs tonight. You've got Mountain Ridge, who's just been on a skyrocketing trajectory ever since we saw them take on Lehigh and Davis, and the week before that, Sky Ridge, and it's continually improving week to week, and since getting into region play, they've just taken off. Bingham is a team that's trying to rediscover their identity, and it sounds almost audacious to say that, but they have been up and down in region play, looking to get a big victory to try and catapult them into the conversation and an opportunity to win a region championship.
Final game of the season tonight for the Bingham Miners. Sentinels still have one more. Bingham want this win to try to position themselves in a much better spot when it comes to the RPI rankings, as that ball quickly out. It's caught. Gets the first down catch and goes out of bounds, as it looks like that was Twilley.
Yeah, Lincoln Twilley, multi-year starter here. A good option to start with. A little surprised it wasn't Cohen Cunningham. He's been so explosive all season long, but there's so many options on this Mountain Ridge offense, and I'm sure we'll talk about all of them during the course of the game tonight. They love to use tempo, though.
Twilley with the first down snag. Here comes Jackson Hunt, lined up in the shotgun, ready for snap number 2. Steps back, now steps up in the pocket. Pressure coming, brought down, and he'll be taken down behind the line. That's a sack for this Miners defense.
Yeah, and it's a great start for this Miners defensive front. They have a proud tradition up there, continuing it this year. You see big number 67 out there. Sila Mau. He's just a sophomore. Able to wrangle down, I believe it was Jackson Hunt for a sack.
Hunt takes a snap. Gets it out quick. Cunningham here with his first catch. Cunningham, though, going nowhere as he's met at the line, brought down for a loss. And after the first down catch from Twilley on the first play, the Sentinels going backwards twice in a row.
Yeah, something that we don't normally see from the Sentinels offense. They are so explosive, but a good job by, again, Mau again and Lincoln Morgan to get out there and limit any kind of a gain. Now, third and very long for Mountain Ridge, but again, an offense as they look to the sideline to get the call that has the potential to pick up these first downs.
Hunt, empty backfield. 3 receivers lined up to that far side as Hunt looking to take the snap. Drops back. Pressure again coming over the top. It's caught! Titan DeYoung! And now DeYoung will take it all the way into the end zone! Touchdown, Sentinels!
Just like that, Titan DeYoung stands up high on Mountain Sentinel and snatches that out of the air, sprints into the end zone, and puts Mountain Ridge on top early, 6-0, pending the PAT.
Third and long, no problem for Jackson Hunt. And this offense, Titan DeYoung taking it to the house. The touchdown pending the PAT. Sentinels lead. And now here's Aiden Robinson to tack on the one.
Not sure what the delay there is.
The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Sentinels make it 7-0 here early, Brian.
Yeah, nice job handling a little bit of a high snap. You see Aiden Robinson, part of what is just becoming a complete and total package for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels, a team that does it all offensively, defensively, special teams. Just a really impressive group. And you saw early on they were able to get pressure with that defensive front, tried to back off into a zone. Looked like it could have been some miscommunication. But one thing I know, you should never lose track of Titan DeYoung. And that play, that touchdown, a big explosive play. Just proof of why that's the case.
Big touchdown play by DeYoung, the junior wide receiver for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. Aiden Robinson back out for the kickoff as he'll boot this one away into the end zone, back for a touchback, and now we'll have our chance to see this Bingham offense for the first time tonight, and we'll see how they're able to respond, being down 7-0 with 10:23 left to go here in the first quarter.
And we give so much attention to this Mountain Ridge offense, but their defense has been outstanding as well, Alex. They've just really dominated in almost everything, every phase of the game for Bingham. As we wait to see who comes out at quarterback, it'll be imperative to get off to a quick start.
The Sentinels defense led by number 99, Jackson Brown, and Cole Luave, two players who stand out the most. Here's the snap, and a handoff up the middle as Boston Singley in at quarterback for the Bingham Miners.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that it's been a bit of a team effort. Singley, Brown, Finau, Childs, Dawson, all getting snaps at quarterback. Singley's been the most consistent for the Miners, though. You see him hand the ball off early for a sizable gain, 7 yards on first down. I think Coach Josh Johnson and his staff will take that every time.
Singley, the senior quarterback, going under center here on second down. They need 3 for the first down gain. Another handoff, this time up the middle, and sneaks through. We'll see where the spot is. As maybe gets a yard.
Bringing up 3rd down and 2 for the Miners.
Yeah, nice job there by Owen Peterson on the handoff, and Bingham now with 3rd and short. Plenty of options. Plenty of options here in terms of play calls. You see Bingham, bit of a throwback, using the fullback a lot early tonight.
Under center again is Singley. This time hands it off to that fullback, and we'll see where the gain is. As for now, it looks like he's stopped short. 4th down coming up here for the Miners. No, they'll spot him, give him the first down.
And it looked
like it might have been second effort that picked up the first down for the Miners, and you see the plan early on. Run the ball, run it up the gut, try and control possession and control the clock as much as possible and keep that Mountain Ridge offense off the field. A lot of teams have attempted to do that. Bingham looks up to the task tonight.
Good start here for the Miners, getting that first down. Now here comes 1st and 10 with the ball on the 30-yard line for the visitors. Singley again going under center. This time drops back, looking to pass, goes over the top, and it is overthrown, incomplete. Ball intended for number 10.
Ball's incomplete. Bring up
That's
down
John
10 for the Miners.
Kulimushi.
Yeah, and he had Kulimushi out there open, just not able to connect with him. Very first throw of the game. I like the play call. Try and be aggressive. You catch that Mountain Ridge defense expecting the run. Get over the top, just not able to connect. And we'll see if Singley can gather a little confidence and hit that one next time. In the meantime, now they're 2nd and long.
Drops handoff up the middle and going nowhere.
And Tui Kolamatu is smashed in the backfield for a loss of 3 on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, the handoff there to Owen Peterson. He just didn't have anything but red jerseys in front of him. You can see met by multiple Sentinels there, and these are the kinds of situations that drive coaches crazy, right? You have that play call. You know you can connect it. You just don't even make it. Now it puts you behind the action. You're 3rd and long against a Sentinel defense that thrives in these kinds of situations.
3rd and long coming up here for the Bingham Miners with 7:45 left to go in the first quarter. Singley, empty backfield, drops back. Pressure coming. Has to escape out to his left, going nowhere. And it's a sack for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. Bridger Butterfield getting into the backfield, bringing him down.
Butterfield, not a name that we often call for this defense. As you mentioned the Styles, Uluave, Brown, but you see Butterfield chasing him down from behind. But he was in trouble regardless, and like we talked about, this Mountain Ridge defense, so opportunistic, they thrive in those circumstances.
Butterfield, a couple of sacks to his name this season, adds another one there. A punt that's going to bounce out at about the 45-yard line. And that's where the Sentinel offense will set up.
At the Bingham 44-yard line where our Sentinels will take over. First down and 10.
You can see how important that one pass play was for Bingham. If they hit on that, all of a sudden you pull even. Now you're sending your defense back out there, dealing with the short field, asking them to do what is such a difficult task, get the ball away from this Mountain Ridge offense.
The Butterfield sack gets the Bingham offense off the field. Now the Sentinel offense back on. Titan DeYoung with a touchdown on the last drive. We'll see what they're able to do here on their second drive. Pitch up to Dumas. And Dumas brought down after the first down gain.
Number 8, Graydon Dumas.
Graydon Dumas really does everything for the Sentinel offense, and that's kind of the cool part about what they do. Everybody can be involved in a multitude of ways. You see him taking the shovel pass there. Sometimes he lines up at tight end. Sometimes he's an H-back. He has one of the best catches of the season. Had a one-hander, I believe, a couple weeks ago. Just an impressive player.
Let's see if we get another one of those tonight as Jackson Hunt gets it out to Gates. Gates puts his shoulders down, tries to barrel through, but he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, Gates part of a multitude that handles the rushing duties for this team. And they do it in a variety of ways. He's more of the speed back, does a good job of getting out in the flats on the pass game, able to pick up a few yards there, only 2, but that's better than Jackson Hunt going down with a loss.
Second and 9 coming up here for the Sentinels after getting 1 yard from Ashton Gates. Switching things up here at the line of scrimmage prior to Sentinels up 7-0 at home here against the Bingham Miners. Jackson Hunt lined up in the shotgun, Gates in the backfields. 2 receivers lined up to each side. Takes the snap. Gets it out quick. It's caught. Cohen Cunningham makes one miss. Makes a second miss. Cunningham still on his feet. And finally, Cohen Cunningham wrestled down.
I'm just shaking my head because Cohen Cunningham is so slippery, but he's also so strong. Breaks multiple tackles on that. The ball's not perfectly delivered. It's a little behind him, but they're giving him such a cushion because they respect him so much. And then he's able to generate so much inertia and break a couple tackles, pick up that first down.
Cunningham in motion. Hunt pitches it up against the Dumas. Dumas up the sideline. Graydon Dumas pushed out of bounds.
And the inside trouble pass.
Again, just the
to number 8, Graydon Dumas.
versatility of this offense, what they're able to do. Everybody touches the ball. We were talking on our way in that it's shades of air raid in that regard because everyone gets touches, and that's such a great way to play basketball, to play football. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point during the season we see an offensive lineman get a catch. Who knows? Just Nick Robbins has done a great job with this offense.
Handoff up the middle to Gates. Ashton Gates trying to get to the end zone. Brought down at the 3-yard line.
And that's part of what makes this offense so hard to defend, right? You see Graydon Dumas coming across the formation. He's just made 2 big plays, right? So defenders are paralyzed. They're worrying about both things. You just hand the ball off to Gates at the middle. He gets a big gain, almost manages to get in the end zone, but now just second and short. And you see Mountain Ridge still spread out, but with a bit of a power look to them as they have some wings on either side.
Receiver in motion. Hunt takes a snap. Another handoff up the middle to Ashton Gates. Gates pushes through, and Ashton Gates stops short.
Wow.
Stop just short of the touchdown. Bringing up 3rd down and goal from just inside the 1.
Boy, great job by that Bingham defense, and that is a big defensive front in the interior. We mentioned Mau. He is a stout, strong football player, able to move well. He's just a sophomore, so if you're watching tonight and thinking who might be an up-and-comer, that's definitely one to look at. But this Bingham defense standing tall, that's exactly what they need. Let's see if they can get another stop here.
Jackson Brown into the game. Ofisa into the game in the backfield. Brown on the offensive line. Jackson Hunt kept it.
And
the ball came out. The ball came out. It's a fumble. It's going back the other way. Bingham recover on the goal line.
Wow, what an incredible turn of events. You put the ball in the hands of one of your most reliable players, Jackson Hunt. You can see Coach Nick Robbins looking for some clarification from the officials there. Looked like there was a lot of unsurety in terms of what happened, but Bingham player comes away with the ball. Now Bingham's offense comes out. What a monster turnover for the Miners. Potential here to spark something big.
What could be a massive, massive swing in this game. Stopping the Sentinel offense on the 1 yard line, getting the ball back, and now trying to get out of trouble here, pinned deep against their own end zone. Handoff up the middle to Anderson. And still going through. Finally whistled dead. Big play here on first down.
Yeah, a little bit unusual. Normally we don't hear a whistle that late, but allowing players to play a little bit, I do like that because that Bingham offensive line is trying to set the tone. You see, that's a big group out there. They have a lot of drive. They're trying to move the ball up the middle. They've had some success with it. And this Mountain Ridge front is good, but they're not heavy. You see big number 62, Sam Tongole. The guard there, number 65, Lucas Niedig at tackle. There's some good offensive linemen up front there.
Handoff up the middle once more and brought down after the gain of first down. Bingham here early, running the ball well.
And they're running right at the teeth of that Mountain Ridge defense. See, didn't pick up as many yards as we initially thought with that one. No, it looks like there's a penalty flag down.
Holding called on the Miners. That's going to back them up 10.
Boy, that's one that really, really hurts.
Or halfway to the goal. Sorry.
Half the distance to the goal line there, but
that ball is going to be placed at the 5 yard line. It's going to be second down and about 8.
The hard part about that one is it puts the Miners back in second and long. You can still run the ball. You can still do most of what you want to do offensively, but they're starting to cook a little bit with the run game. We'll see if they keep going with it here.
Singley goes under center. Handoff up the middle and brought down after maybe a gain, a yard on the gain. It'll bring up third down for the Miners.
For a gain of 2 on the play, that's going to bring up third down and about 6.
Yeah, maybe another yard or 2, and you can consider running the ball on third down. Now, it's going to be something pass-related or a draw play. You may see a screen play here. Maybe some kind of misdirection. We'll see what Coach Johnson has in the bag, but for the Miners, that holding penalty is going to stand out. This is a team that really has to execute tonight.
Singley gets it out on third down. It's caught, and they'll give him forward progression, and that might just be enough for that first down. It is first down here for the Bingham Miners.
Yeah, great job there by number 4 reeling that one in. Miles Ward with the reception, the senior, and gets to the sticks. He's pushed back, but it's forward progress and absolutely enough to convert for the first down. Great job by the Miners. Great throw by Boston Singley there.
Big first down first down catch for the Miners. Handoff up the middle again to Peterson.
Oh.
And the ball comes out. And still waiting for the signal. The Sentinels say they have it. And it's Sentinel ball. The fumble recovered by the home side.
Just when Bingham had something going, you see the extra effort there from the Mountain Ridge defender to pop the ball out, and it lands right in the hands, it almost looked like, of another Sentinel defender. And just like that, what was a promising drive becomes a turnover. Now Mountain Ridge back looking to score inside the red zone. And we'll see if that Bingham Miner defense can dig deep once more and get a stop.
1:50 left to go here in the first quarter. The Sentinels up 7-0, and they'll get the ball back deep inside Bingham territory. Ball on the 16-yard line. Hunt out to the right, gets it out to Dumas. Dumas brought down at the 10. Big tackle made there by Peoples.
Yeah, does a good job of coming up. Denzel Peoples from his defensive back position. It's been a busy night for him out there. He's got his hands full with Titan DeYoung, but able to bring down Graydon Dumas on the just a little drag route. It's actually more just a motion across the formation and just a quick hit or a great little call to get a matchup.
Ofisa in at running back. Hunt will air it out to the end zone, and it falls incomplete. Phenomenal defensive effort made by the Bingham Miners as Grady Johnson knocks it down.
Yeah, that's a tough play to defend. Nice job by Grady Johnson playing the position game. Even if Twilly had come down with the football, I don't know that he would have been in bounds. But taking a chance there by Coach Robbins, utilizing the talents of his star junior quarterback, Jackson Hunt.
Third down here for Hunt. Hand off to Ofisa. Ofisa up the middle and wrestled down. Might be short of the first down gain. We'll see where the spot is, and it is. It'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be a close call. Mountain Ridge up in a hurry. They're going to go for it.
It's going to be 4th down and 1 for the Sentinels.
Hunt with Ofisa lined up in the backfield. Time ticking down here in the first quarter. 45 seconds left to play. On the play clock, 19 seconds. Hunt lined up in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff again up the middle to Ofisa. Ofisa barrels through for the first down run.
You see the advantage of playing tempo, and I think that speaks to the coaching staff here at Mountain Ridge, just how good and experienced they are. It is Nick Robbins, first year as head coach, but he has a bevy of experienced assistants, and just that ability to run the tempo, get up quick, make that Bingham defense sit in their stances, allows that offensive line to get some push. Well, Ofisa doesn't get in the end zone. He gets that first down, sets him up with 1st and goal here.
Time ticking down in the first quarter. Mountain Ridge knocking, trying to get another touchdown prior to the end. Hunt. Handoff to, Hunt keeps, tries to get it out to Ofisa, but it falls incomplete. And with 9 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And goal from the 2.
It's that same RPO action that we've seen where you're bringing Dumas across the formation, but Ofisa had such a wide open hole there. Expected him to give there and just not able to make the completion. Now 2nd and goal to go. Have to expect maybe Ofisa gets this.
Keeper from Jackson Hunt. Hunt barrels through into the end zone. Touchdown, Sentinels.
Well, if Joseph had an amazing dream coat of many colors, Jackson Hunt is the football version of it. He can throw, he can pass, he can run, he can scramble, and he scores with his legs on that one. Great job on the keeper with the speed option, able to slither and slide his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown for Jackson Hunt. Here comes the PAT. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Sentinels lead it 14-0 with 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Mountain Ridge football is proud to be backed by TJ Olson Insurance. They're more than an insurance agency. They're a true part of our community. Thanks to TJ Olson Insurance for supporting our team and helping make this season a success. TJ Olson Insurance, proud presenting sponsor of Mountain Ridge football here on the Rewind Sports Network. Jackson Hunt, the touchdown, makes it 14-0 with 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Good start for the Sentinels. Good bounce back for the Sentinels. Last drive, fumbled on the goal line. This time, Jackson Hunt able to punch it in for 6.
It was a fortuitous opportunity, kind of a back and forth a little bit because the Sentinels were knocking on the door early on. Bingham gets the turnover, gets a fumble, causes the fumble, gets the recovery, able to drive a little bit, and then turns the ball right back over. Mountain Ridge was not about to let an opportunity escape their chances again.
Fielded short of the end zone. Will be brought out for a return, and here comes a big return for the Bingham Miners. Still on his feet, and finally wrestled down just what the Miners needed. Thurman with a phenomenal return.
You talk about getting just what you needed at the right time. Jordan Thurman with a spark for that Bingham Miner football team. They're down 14-0 right now, but there's still fight left in those Miners, and now they've got the ball already in Sentinel territory, looking to put points of their own up on the board.
That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. The Sentinels up 14-0 over the Bingham Miners. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter action here on the Rewind Sports Network when we return.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
How's your card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back to the UCCU Savings Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add.
And I want to welcome you back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Tap Bank. Alex Nepolis, Brian Brown standing alongside me as the Bingham Miners inside Sentinel territory for their first drive of this second quarter. After the big return from Thurman, a handoff, and now a big run. Almost enough for the first down gain as Cole McKinney.
Techie Finau, yeah.
Takes it up for about 9 yards on the play. That's going to bring up second down and 1 for the Miners. That ball is placed at the Sentinel 31-yard line.
Yeah, well, we may get a few name mix-up here as there are multiple numbers for this Bingham Miner football team. See, Finau just takes a simple handoff in the zone read, and whereas this Miner offense looked like it was running on empty, they're charging down the field.
Another handoff to Finau, and Finau will be brought down.
Takes it right up the middle for a gain of 5. He's going to take it down to the Sentinel 26-yard line, and that's going to be good for a Miners first down.
And this Miner rushing attack has had multiple ball carriers all year long. Singley carries the ball, Finau carries the ball, Tuiko Velatu carries the ball, Thompson, Peterson. They love to mix it up, and you can see it's starting to wear down that Sentinel defense.
Empty backfield here for Singley. Singley rolls out to his right. It's caught and pushed upfield. Here is a Femuni.
And that pass.
I believe that was Tuiko Velatu there with the reception. Again, nice job by Bingham of getting a simple rollout play. You're getting Singley into the flat, away from that pressure. He finds Tuiko Velatu in the flat, able to pick up the first down. And this is starting to look like a drive that could really lead to success for this Miner offense.
Miners now into the red zone. Trying to pull one back, down 14-0. Singley, another handoff. This time up to Peterson. Peterson trying to barrel through to the end zone. Stopped short at the 2-yard line.
Well, he had the field, just tripped up at the last second by a Sentinel defender and not able to squeeze his way into the end zone. But he puts the Miners in great position right now to try and capitalize and get a score. And I tell you what, Alex, this offensive line is doing a monster job of opening some holes. I would keep rolling in the run game here. We'll see if Coach Johnson agrees.
Like what we've seen here in the early goings for this rushing attack for the Bingham Miners. Now here on the 2-yard line, we'll go into the end zone. Touchdown, Miners!
Cole McKinney.
Yeah, Techie Finau on the touchdown, and like the artist once said, Jackson Brown, you've got to do what you can just to keep your love alive. And I tell you what, Techie Finau is keeping that love alive and the belief alive in the Bingham Miners.
Touchdown for Bingham here on the PAT, trying to add one more.
What an impressive response for this Miner team as we see the PAT is up and good there. Oh, no, excuse me, no good.
It's no good. With 10 minutes and 43 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah, you hate to see that after what was a truly tremendous drive and a bounce-back effort by this Bingham Miner football team. The explosive play on the special teams, just a great job on the return there by Jordan Thurman. And you see the drive with Teki Finau as he continues to march down the field. Does a fantastic job leading that rushing attack into the end zone. Not quite equalizing it, but bringing this Bingham Miner football team back into the fight.
No good. Tucker Brown on the PAT. Makes it a 14-6 game with 10:43 left to go in the second quarter. We'll have a chance here to see this Sentinel offense return back out to the field as Thurman doing a phenomenal job on the return on the kickoff to set the Bingham Miners up with short field. Brown will boot this one away. It's a onside short kick, and it's recovered well by the Sentinels. We do have flags, though, as I believe the hands team just went a little bit too early there, Brian.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think this is going to be offsides, and so it actually might play a little bit in the Miners' favor here as they'll get an opportunity to kick it deep. Not successful with the onside kick. Anyways, is trying to do anything you can to generate some momentum, right? And you're hoping to catch this Mountain Ridge Sentinel special teams unit off guard, but this is an extremely well-coached football team. They have a slew of long-term high school assistants, including many who coached at Bingham. So you have to be aware that they'll be prepared for that kind of thing. And
that Miner kick.
You see that kick goes into the end zone there now. Like I said, gives this Bingham Miner defense an opportunity to get another stop. You know, after an early rocky start with the Titan DeYoung touchdown, and then the other score, they've been pretty good for the most part.
10:43 left to go in the second quarter, 14-6, Sentinels lead. And here comes Jackson Hunt of this offense taking the field once more, trying to extend their advantage. Hunt, line up in the shotgun. Ashton Gates in the backfield. Hunt sends Cohen in motion. Hunt takes a snap. Gets it out quick to DeYoung. DeYoung makes one miss. DeYoung up the sideline. DeYoung past the 50. DeYoung cuts inside, and Titan DeYoung brought down inside Miner territory.
You can see why he's such a highly coveted prospect. He has offers from Boise State, New Mexico, Utah, and Utah State, and I expect there will be more incoming. It's just a great job of recognizing the corner blitz coming from the wide side of the field, going opposite direction, and then it's all Titan DeYoung breaking multiple tackles, getting a monster gain in huge chunk yardage, starting this drive off right.
It's another TJ Olson Insurance first down for the Sentinels. Hunt drops back. Hunt going deep. Hunt! And it falls incomplete, but the flags come out. Ball intended for Twilly.
I don't know if we have to talk much about love and positivity on that one. It was pretty obvious that was pass interference. You see Jackson Hunt, he's quickly becoming one of my favorite players in the state. Without a doubt, one of the most talented quarterbacks. And I think that's really saying something because Utah is so underrated in terms of quarterback play. You saw last night Jackson Dart, a true Utah high school player, playing out of his mind for the Giants. There are a lot of talented quarterbacks out here. You see right there, Jackson Hunt is definitely one of them. Doesn't get the completion, but they get the penalty, and it's more chunk yardage for that Mountain Ridge offense.
That's another TJ Olson Insurance first down as well there with the pass interference. Here comes 1st and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line for the Sentinels as Hunt takes the snap. Drops back, gets it out quick to Cohen Cunningham, who's met immediately
And that pass
as
number 4,
Thurman
Cohen
bringing him down.
Cunningham. For a short gain.
Honestly, not something you see very often is Cohen Cunningham going down with first contact. It's a great job by Jordan Thurman, a senior player back there, does everything. Safety, turns kicks, wide receiver. So very disciplined, sound technique, able to tackle Cunningham before he's able to generate more yards.
2nd down after just the 1-yard gain for Cohen Cunningham. As Hunt will take the snap. Drops back. Going deep. It's caught. Cohen Cunningham into the end zone. Touchdown, Sentinels.
Cohen Cunningham. And they're pulling
He
the
just
clock.
continues to amaze week in and week out. The connection between Cohen Cunningham and Jackson Hunt continues to deepen, and this Mountain Ridge Sentinel offense continues to score in waves as there's another touchdown on the board, pulling them up 20-6 now in the second quarter pending that PAT.
Touchdown number 9 on the season for Cohen Cunningham. The kick is up. The kick is good from Robinson, and it's a 21-6 lead for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. We'll take a quick step aside here on the Rewind Sports Network. Cohen Cunningham, touchdown number 9 on the season for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. That ball will go through the end zone out for the touchback. Last drive, the Bingham Miners were able to pull a touchdown back. We'll see what they're able to do as Singley in this offense returning back out to the field for another drive.
Tonight, method, heating and air.
Mountain Ridge Football here on the Rewind Sports Network is brought to you by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Ridge Football is proud to be backed by TJ Olson Insurance. They're more than an insurance agency. They're a true part of our community. Thanks to TJ Olson Insurance for supporting our team and helping make this season a success. $9:16 left to go here in the second quarter. Singley will take the snap. Hand off to Peterson. Peterson bounces out to the left, tries to find that edge, and is brought down after maybe 2 on the gain.
Owen Peterson takes it up for a gain of 3 off the left side. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, and for this Bingham Minor offense, you can keep going to the run game. There's 9 minutes left in the second quarter. It's only a 2-score lead. You still have plenty of opportunity. Don't try and adjust to Mountain Ridge. Keep doing what you've been doing. Wear them down in the run game. Don't let that scoreboard intimidate you just because that offense has been so explosive.
Singley will take the snap. Another handoff up the middle to Peterson. Peterson bounces it out. Excuse me, that's Finau who bounces it out. And Finau pushed out of bounds, gets the first down, but there is a flag behind the play.
And I'm not exactly sure, but it looks like from that area that it had something to do with either holding or maybe hands to the face. We'll wait for the call, but this one is going back, which is unfortunate. That was a great run by Finau.
Holding on the Miners. That's going to back them up 10 yards.
And you see the holding call there. Eliminates the gain, and more so it backs you back up so that you're now off schedule in terms of your play calling. Second and very long. You may be able to run the ball here, try and catch that defense off guard, but problematic for that Bingham Minor offense.
2nd and 17 coming up here for Bingham. Empty backfield. Singley drops back, gets it up over the middle, and it falls incomplete. Intended for number 10, John Kulimushi.
And if you're sitting at home wondering why is it that you're getting, we've got, it looks like Singley may be down in the backfield.
Bringing up 3rd down for the Miners.
Boy, you just absolutely hate to see that.
Injured Miner on the play.
Singley down behind the play. The medical staff, the athletic training staff for the visiting side quickly onto the field. And we'll take a quick step aside here as they tend to the Bingham Miners quarterback. Great to see Singley back up on his feet, make his way over to the sideline on his own accord. Singley, though, now out for the Miners. This is thrown over the middle. It's caught And a big play by, it looked like number 12, Cash Dawson,
Cash Dawson comes in
who makes the
cold
big
and strikes.
throw
Takes the ball
and a big
down
catch for a
to
first
the
down.
31-yard line. That's gonna be
And
good for
absolute
Miners' first
nails
down.
by Dawson as he steps in and throws just a dart for the first down in an impressive play. But he is a guy that has seen some time this season for the Miners, so they do have some confidence in him. Well, only 2 pass attempts.
Dawson takes a snap, a keeper for Dawson, and this time Dawson met by that Sentinels defense going nowhere. Maybe a yard on the gain for the junior quarterback.
Up the middle for a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. That's going to bring the ball out to the Miner 33-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
And again, you're grateful that he was able to pick up that first down, but the bread and butter of your offense has been and will continue to be all game long the run game. As long as you can keep running the ball and avoiding the holding calls, you see some of the way that Mountain Ridge is able to counter their lack of size up front. And they're still a pretty decent-sized unit, but just that massive Miner front is able to get helmet on helmet, and so they like to slant and move around a lot. It's part of the reason why you see some of those holding penalties in the run game.
This time from Dawson, a handoff to Peterson. Or excuse me, that's Finau.
By number 1, Cole McKinney.
And
Takes it up
Finau
for
going
gain of
nowhere.
81 on the play. That ball's going to be the 34-yard line. That's going to be 3rd down and 7. For
And one of the
Miners.
rare plays that we've seen so far where Bingham didn't get positive yards in the rush game. So 3rd down again. We'll see if Dawson can pull another magic trick out of his hat. The Miners need it right now to continue this drive.
6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. The Sentinels up 21-6. They need 7. Cash Dawson takes a step back. Over the middle, it's caught. And Kulimushi will be brought down short of the marker, but a late flag comes flying
Takes
in.
it out to about the 39-yard line. We have a penalty on the play.
We'll wait and see what the call is, but that was a tremendous grab by John Kulimushi there as he snagged a real zinger from Dawson in the midst of traffic, able to navigate his way, pick up some additional yards. But this Mountain Ridge Sentinel defense had the play well scouted, well defended. We'll wait and find out what the call is here. Looks like this one may be going back.
Cash Dawson, number 12, coming in for Singley. Throwing some lasers out there, Brian. Good, like what I've seen from the first 2 passes from Dawson.
Yeah, interesting call. It looks like it was a targeting against Bingham, and you see the coaching staff getting an explanation from Mountain Ridge. They're going to back that one up. I don't know if they have much choice in declining that penalty, but not often that you see a targeting penalty against the offense. Now gives Mountain Ridge another opportunity to push that offense back even further and potentially create a better field position situation, although the way this Mountain Ridge offense is played, they're pretty much lethal the second that they step on the field. It's like Steph Curry. Doesn't matter where he's shooting from, he's in range.
Dawson out, line up in the shotgun. Miners trying to get a first down here as Dawson escapes, steps up in the pocket. Dawson still on his feet. Cash Dawson with a big run, but he'll be stopped short, and it brings up 4th down for Bingham.
Well, he's cash money out there on that play as he's able to get a massive chunk of yardage there. And we'll see if Bingham decides to go for it here on 4th down. And listen, they're playing with house money a little bit, but Cash Dawson is the reason for it. What a great job of recognizing the pressure, scrambling, avoiding multiple defenders, and getting a big gain.
Shifty moves by Cash Dawson. 4th down coming up here with 5 minutes left to go. Big 4th down play for the Bingham Miners.
Dropping dimes.
Dawson trying to get them to jump off sides, and they'll take the timeout.
I like that play by Coach Johnson. You've got the timeouts. Really what you want to do is just see if you can pick up a first down with some extra intensity there in the not the snap count, but the cadence. Instead, they'll send the punting team out here and try and pin that Mountain Ridge offense back, but it also gives you an opportunity to get your defense just that much more collected, get a little bit more of a breather. If you can get a 3 and out, it could create an opportunity for this Miner offense to get the ball back and potentially get a score before halftime.
Utah weather is extreme, but Method Heating and Air has kept homes and businesses comfortable for over 20 years. Method Heating and Cooling, serving Utah for 20-plus years. Proud sponsor of the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. That pump and ball booted away. Cohen Cunningham now trying to make something on the return. Instead, immediately met, and now flags come out on the return.
Takes it up to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and shout out to the audience in front of us as the fans recognize the face mask all the way up here. You see the flag come out here, and so that's going to give Mountain Ridge even better starting field position for this drive. Again, not that they've needed it. They've done it in every phase. Chunk plays, explosive plays. The student section is wearing hard hats and safety vests tonight. I don't know that this is still a team under construction, Alex. It looks like they are a fully finished. As a wise man once said, that's no moon. That's a fully functioning Death Star out there on offense.
Mountain Ridge, man, they've been so fun to watch this season. They've been so fun to follow this year. Jackson Hunt and his plethora of weapons. He can throw it at anybody, and they'll make a big play.
Yeah, and I think the part that's really entertaining about this team is Jackson Hunt is the conductor. He orchestrates the offense, but it's Cohen Cunningham, it's Lincoln Twilley. We've seen McCrae Renteria before. It looks like offsetting penalties on that will keep the ball where it was originally spotted.
Penalty that's going to move the ball up 15 yards.
Never mind, they just waited until that point to mark off the penalty. So not sure what the delay in marking that one off was, but
that ball's going to come out to the 44-yard line where the Sentinels are going to take over first down and 10.
So once we get this ball spotted, we'll get back to the action. But again, talking about that Mountain Ridge offense, it's so multidimensional. It's Lincoln Twilley, it's McCrae Renteria. We talk about Graydon Dumas and everything he does. Zach Ofisa, just short yardage specialist.
Hunt takes a snap, drops back, gets it out quick, and tries to find Dumas on the sideline, but Dumas can't reel it in. It goes incomplete.
Yeah, it might be the rare time that we ever see Graydon Dumas not make a catch. He is so reliable. A little bit of a good throw by Jackson Hunt. He wants to keep that ball out of the hands of defenders, so he's trying to hug the sideline, just not able to get back and reel it in while staying in bounds. Ball skips out.
Second down coming up here as Hunt will take another snap, drops back, pressure coming, steps up in the pocket, flag comes out, and he'll slide down after 4 on the gain. We'll see what the flag is here.
It's a good job by Hunt of recognizing that he didn't have anything open, and so he scrambles. But I think the problem is that the hold happened in the backfield before that. So to negate any gain that he had on that. We haven't seen a lot of miscues from this Mountain Ridge offense. Maybe that's something that Bingham can capitalize on here.
Haven't seen the Sentinels too much behind the sticks, but even when they are, you can count on guys like DeYoung to make big plays. See what Jackson Hunt and this offense are able to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff this time to Cunningham.
Yeah, there's actually a screen pass on that. And again, very rarely do we ever see Cohen Cunningham brought down by one defender, but Monson Taukuafu, junior linebacker number 44, does a great job of wrangling him down. That's exactly what the Miners needed, another loss.
19 needed here for the first down play. Hunt with the empty backfield. He'll take the snap, drops back, steps up, gets it out, and it is incomplete. Ball intended for Titan DeYoung, and it brings up fourth down for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels.
Boy, that's exactly what Bingham wanted to do. It's the first time all game we've seen them go, in essence, 3 and out, right, Alex? And some of it self-inflicted with the holding penalty, but great job by that Miner defense to get the stop, get the ball back with 3:41 left here, and I believe it is number 14 back there to return the kick. Excuse me. Number 4, it looks like.
Robinson here will punt this one up and away. And field it. He'll go backwards. And brought down. Not able to return it. There is Miles Ward. And that's where the Miner offense will take this ball.
Yeah, it was a great tackle. It was almost a 14-on-14 crime as Blake Benson tackles number 14, Jordan Thurman. I guess they got the message after Thurman had the explosive kick return. I apologize for the misidentification of the number. Sometimes when they get rolled up like that and all you can see is the front, it's a little difficult to see, but great job by limiting any kind of explosive play there by the Mountain Ridge Sentinel Special Teams unit.
And here he comes once more, Cash Dawson, coming out for this Bingham Miners side. Had a couple of good throws the last drive. We'll see what Dawson is able to do on this drive as he goes under center. Almost mishandles the snap, but is able to hand it off well as Peterson barrels through for a couple of yards of gain.
Yeah, the late flag on that one. We'll wait for the call and see what that is. It looks like it's in the area of maybe unnecessary roughness, but nice job by Cash Dawson. He almost got run over by his own offensive lineman as it was a pulling play. Able to recover the ball, get the handoff, and we'll wait for the penalty here. That could be very advantageous for the Miners.
This one will go against the Sentinel defense, and it'll move up the Bingham Miners offense off the face mask.
Yeah, very late call, but a face mask there at the end, and inside those scrums, sometimes it can be hard for us to see up here what's going on. I think it was a pretty definitive flag tossed by the official, though. I'd give him an 8.5 on verticality. It was a high toss. Nice job.
First down coming up here for the Miners with the ball on the 43-yard line. Time ticking away in this second quarter, and a handoff up to a big run there made by Tuki Koluvatu.
Takes it forward for a big
Yeah, and you can see this varied rushing attack by the Miners being very effective. It looks like sometimes it's number 2, Owen Peterson, out there, but really it's Tui Koluvatu. Does a great job of maneuvering and managing, manipulating multiple Mountain Ridge defenders. Most importantly, picking up that first down.
2:37 left to go as Sabrina Carpenter serenades the student section.
Looks like Bingham had a shot of espresso between those breaks. This offense is clicking right now.
Number 1.
Handoff to
Takes it forward.
Finau, and a timeout taken here by the Mountain Ridge Sentinels with 2:24 left to go.
40-yard line.
And you see Bingham takes a timeout there, and probably a good timeout because it was slow getting back to the huddle, slow getting on everything organized. You got a good 5-6 yard gain, and so I think what you want to do is, you don't see a lot of multiple play calls in the huddle anymore just because there are so many systems built in where after you get this much, we can just get up and run that. But this may be an opportunity, depending on what you get here, where you can tell your guys to do one thing and then the other. Like I said, depending on what you pick up yardage-wise, there's a lot of opportunity here. And 2:24 left at the 40-yard line. That gives Bingham a bevy of options in terms of what they can do.
2:24 left to go. That timeout brought to you by TJ Olson Insurance. A big shout out to TJ Olson Insurance, an incredible supporter of Mountain Ridge football. TJ Olson and his family aren't just about protecting what matters most. They're about investing in our community and backing the players who give it their all every Friday night. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for standing with Mountain Ridge football and helping make this season unforgettable. Second down coming up here for the Miners as Dawson drops back. Dawson looking to go deep, and it falls intercepted. No, it falls incomplete.
And that pass is nearly picked off.
It falls literally into the hands of a Mountain Ridge Sentinel defender, not able to make it the play on that one. You see Dawson throws it out there and in double coverage, and out of the timeout. You like the call, but you got a backup quarterback. You just never know what you're going to get, and so Bingham can kind of wipe their brow a little bit, reset, try and pick up a first down here on third down, but they need to get a few more yards to get into scoring range. I do also think that this is probably territory where you're going to go for it on fourth down.
They need 5 for the first down gain. It's Dawson lined up in the shotgun. And prior to another timeout taken by the Bingham Miners with 2:16 left to go in this second quarter.
And this is one of those situations where people would be sitting at home if it was an NFL game screaming at their TVs, right? You have to remember that it's a backup quarterback, and so there's just no real opportunity to avoid burning the timeout there. I think what becomes a challenge now for Coach Johnson and his staff is, can you make those calls? Can you get it in time so that if you do convert here, you're able to utilize that clock into your advantage? And, depending on how quickly, if they're able to score, how quickly they score, they may be able to take enough time off the clock to prevent Mountain Ridge from scoring too. I think that's part of the game that's changed so much. If you leave a team a minute and a half, that's still enough time to get in the scoring range.
Mountain Ridge as well with all 3 timeouts left. Special appearance made by Mr. Potato Head here tonight.
Oh boy.
Santa Claus, Olaf, a couple other noticeable characters getting ready for the halftime performance here at Mountain Ridge.
Looks like we've got, if it's not Sebastian, it's a lobster. Can't tell if that's Eeyore or Donkey.
Ball out quickly to Kulimushi. Kulimushi turning it up, trying to find the marker, but he'll be brought down short of the first down gain.
And that pass complete to number 10.
Now you're going to see Mountain Ridge call a timeout there as they're trying to conserve clock. And for Coach Johnson, it becomes this game of, what do we do now?
For the Bingham Miners.
You've got the ball. It's about 4th and 3, 4th and 4. I mean, I know our cameraman Tino knows what to do in this situation, but he's going to lay out and let everybody else try and figure it out. I think it's a tough call, right? Because on one hand, if you go for it here on fourth down, you're giving Mountain Ridge a short field with 2:06 left to play. That's enough time for them to get another score. If you go for it, hopefully you convert it. What happens if you don't? That's the conversation that you have to have here if you're Coach Johnson and that staff. Is it worth it to us to risk it here to try and get a touchdown or try and get a score? And it looks like they've decided that it is. And to be honest, Alex, the way they've been able to run the ball here, 3 yards seems gettable.
2:06 left to go in the second quarter after the timeout taken. A big fourth down play coming up here for the Bingham Miners. A handoff up the middle. Gets the first down run.
And the handoff.
Well, that is a gutsy call by Coach Johnson and his staff, but a huge credit to them. I love the confidence in your running game, and I am absolutely impressed with their ability to pick up the first down. Now the clock is ticking, so they will want to get up and run another play quickly. But also you're playing that delicate game of, can we run enough plays, but also keep the ball away from Mountain Ridge.
1:38 left to go. Dawson rolls out to his right. Cash Dawson looking upfield, and he's going to be met. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain for Cash Dawson.
Takes it around the right side.
Yeah, no surprise on that one. Number 6, Cole Uluave in pursuit, but it also looked like it was, I believe that was Jackson Brown chasing him from the backside, trying to provide additional pressure, and Mountain Ridge is going to call a timeout here. Again, they think they can get the ball back. They think they can score.
Bingham 6.
And so now that plays a little bit into Bingham's hands now as they get a chance to talk this one over. And, I think this is where football becomes such a chess match, right? Because I think sometimes we think that this is the play. This is the way we have to do it, right? And if you're Coach Robbins, you could really bury that Bingham team if you get another score. But on the flip side of it, the concession is that you have to give them a timeout with a backup quarterback that allows them to talk through some things and work things out and figure it out.
1:22 left to go as both sides making their way back out onto the field after the timeout taken by the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. Mountain Ridge Sentinels timeouts, as always, brought to you by TJ Olson Insurance. And here comes a second down play for the Bingham Miners. Dawson will take the snap, drops back. Dawson steps up in the pocket. Dawson has space out to the left. Dawson still on his feet. Dawson bursts of speed and gets past the first down marker.
And number 12.
Boy, you can see when he cuts upfield, he gets upfield in a hurry, shows some burst there, able to pick up the first down. And now the clock is rolling as they try to set those chains. Bingham's going to get up and need to run a play quickly here.
Under a minute to go now in the second quarter. Dawson with a big first down run. 50. Dawson takes the snap, steps back, looks to go over the top, and it's intercepted! Cole Uluave! And Uluave brought down. Cole Uluave, right place, right time.
Right place, right time, and right now Cole Uluave is the standout on this Mountain Ridge Sentinel defense. It's a group that does it by committee, but he made a fantastic play on that interception. Just sat in his zone, waited for the ball to come to him, gets a good return. Now Mountain Ridge, with 37 seconds left, is going to try and pressure to get another score.
Second interception of this season for Cole Uluave. Empty backfield coming up here for Jackson Hunt. They do have a timeout. Hunt will take the snap, drops back. Escapes the pressure somehow, caught by Cunningham on the sideline, and immediately steps out of bounds.
I mean, it's one thing for Jackson Hunt to avoid multiple defenders. I thought he was just throwing it out of bounds, but the connection that he and Cohen Cunningham have, it's subliminal. Just right on the same page, able to pick up the first down.
Big catch made by Cohen Cunningham. Now here's Hunt again, rolls out to his right, and it's caught. Trying to hurry up and go quick as time winding down. Clock will stop momentarily for the chains. Renteria with his first catch of the night. Hunt again drops back, steps up in the pocket, pressure coming, the ball is out and recovered by the Sentinels. With 9 seconds left, they'll keep the clock going. And that just might do it here for the second quarter.
I don't know if he was able to clock it in time. They may have 1 second left. We'll wait and see from the officials here. Bit of a scramble trying to get the ball back into position. You'll see a lot of savvy players will actually run the ball back to the spot for the official to make it quicker. I think that may be it.
Ultimately, they'll say that they did not get the spike off in time, and that'll do it here for the first half. The Sentinels up 21-6 over the Bingham Miners. Jackson Hunt in this offense trying to put together a quick 37-second drive, and instead, we'll head to the break.
It looks like it'll be an exciting one based on what's going on the sideline. we've had a good one so far. Looking forward to a great second half.
21-6 at the break. Don't go anywhere. Second half action here on the Rewind Sports Network when we return. I want to welcome you back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Tap Bank. Alex Napolis alongside me is Brian Brown as we get ready for second half action between the Sentinels and the Miners. Mountain Ridge up 21-6 to start second half action. Mountain Ridge football is proud to be backed by TJ Olson Insurance. They're more than an insurance agency. They're a true part of our community. Thanks to TJ Olson Insurance for supporting our team and helping make this season a success. TJ Olson Insurance, proud presenting sponsor of Mountain Ridge football here on the Rewind Sports Network. Good first half for both sides, Brian. A couple of long touchdowns, a couple of touchdowns through the air, one to Cohen Cunningham, one to Titan DeYoung, and a quarterback keeper for Jackson Hunt is what makes the difference so far in this one as the Sentinels lead at 21-6 to start action here in the second half.
Not exactly a game that I would call a rivalry, Alex, but a very critical game for both teams in terms of the matchup in region, right? You know, this has been a little bit of the changing of the guard this year. You know, it was a bit of an up for grabs region in the first place. A lot of people thought it was Bingham's to take home. And instead it's been Mountain Ridge, Harriman. You know, Riverton has made a claim to it at points in time.
Westlake, too, is also having a fun season.
And so Region 2 has become very fun.
That's a good way to put it. It's a great way to put it. Right now, though, the Sentinels, they control their destiny. They just need to win out, and they don't have to share it with anybody else. They don't have to worry about co-region champions. Win, and you are the only team who can claim that championship this season. It helps out a lot when you're able to get that big win against Harriman last week.
Yeah, and that was one that unfortunate that there was so much with regards to the weather delay and the interruptions. There were two teams that were playing great football at the time. I have to believe that it might not be the last time that we see Harriman and Mountain Ridge. We'll wait and see what the next round of the RPI rankings say. It does feel like that the power in 6A has shifted a little bit. You know, typically we talk so heavily about Region 3, but Region 2, really competitive, especially after the massive win by Harriman at Lehigh a few weeks ago.
Both Harriman and Mountain Ridge have wins over Lehigh this season.
Not something I expected to say when we started this season, but part of what makes high school football so great, there's so much variance, and you look at that Region 2 lineup right now, it's Mountain Ridge in control, as you mentioned, 7-2 on the season. Harriman 8-1, 4-1 in region. Westlake 4-1 in region, 7-2 overall. And then you've got the Miners, Riverton, Cedar Valley, and Copper Hills. The Grizzlies still looking for their first region victory.
The ball goes into the end zone and back for a touchback. And we'll see this Bingham Miners take the field. Rewind a little bit to the end of that second quarter. Bingham marching down the field. Dawson throws the INT. That's a big swing because if the defense, the Sentinels defense, doesn't come up with that stop, Bingham starting with the ball here in the second half as well.
Yeah, it was a monster play by Cole Uluave, and right now in the running for my Tab helmet sticker of the evening for sure. We'll have to wait and see what happens on this drive for the Bingham Miners, though. It does look like Dawson back out there at quarterback.
Dawson through the air on first down, and it falls into the hands and through the hands and incomplete. Intended
for number 3, Tusi. Ball's incomplete, bringing up second down.
Yeah, Tusi Tuikulavatu just not able to reel that one in. Bounces off his hands, but like the play call early from the Miners, just a little flat screen, trying to get something going on the ground. Use one of your more elusive players. Anything you can do to get Cash Dawson some rhythm.
Dawson here on second down. Takes a snap. A handoff up the middle, and he's brought down after the game. That's Finau.
Techie Finau with a carry. 4 up the middle, out to the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
And we mentioned this Bingham Miner offense is driven by multiple running ball carriers, but we haven't seen Owen Peterson since, I believe, midway through the first half. Something to monitor. They've still been productive in the run game. Right now, facing 3rd and long, going to have to get something through the air.
Finau in the backfield. Standing alongside him is Dawson. Dawson drops back. Dawson gets it out. Dawson over the top, and it falls incomplete. Intended for, again, Tui Koluvatu.
It's going to be 4th down and 6 for the Miners.
Yeah, a multitude of Sentinel defenders in the backfield there, pressuring Dawson, and tries to find his receiver, just not able to connect on that one. Again, Cole Uluave in the backfield from the safety position.
The passer penalty against the Sentinels. That's going to move it up for a Miner 1st down.
And unfortunately, not sure how much of the PA people can get at home. There was a roughing the passer penalty against Mountain Ridge. Plays into Bingham's favor, gets them that 1st down. And right now for the Sentinels is the first half has gone widely in their favor. A pretty critical error there, allowing Bingham to get the 1st down.
1st down Miners. Dawson line up in the shotgun. Finau in the backfield. Dawson will take the snap. It's a quarterback keeper. Dawson up the middle. And Dawson with a big run here on 1st down gets 7. And we do have a flag behind the play. We'll see what the call is here.
It's a hold against the offense, and that's going to back the ball almost to the original
replay. 1st down, 1st and 20.
Infraction for the roughing the passer penalty. And for Bingham, an unfortunate unforced error in a lot of ways. And we talked about it. The Mountain Ridge likes to use those slants, that motion up front. With all that movement, you're just doing too much grabbing with your hands and not enough moving with your feet. That's now 3 critical holding calls against this Miner offense. I hate to see it.
Empty backfield for Dawson as he rolls out to his right, looking downfield. It's caught, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, where he's going to be met by a swarm of Sentinels and finally pushed out of bounds. How about number 10, John Kulimushi? Keeping his feet, stays on his feet, and finally pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, Kulimushi came into this season as one of the key returners for the Bingham Miners, and you can see why. Not only does he catch the pass, able to drag multiple defenders as he continues to pick up yards. It's not enough for the 1st down, but at least gets him into 2nd and manageable here. It's a big pickup. Even more than that, gives Cash Dawson some much-needed confidence as they look to try and continue this drive.
9:50 left to go here in the 3rd. Hand off to Finau. Finau up the middle, and Finau with a nice 5-yard gain.
And the ball carrier up the middle.
And we have flags
Finau
coming out after the play as Finau's on the ground. We'll see what the call is here, but that flag came out.
44-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like some extracurricular stuff going on there, and we talked about the flag toss earlier. That one went way high, way backwards. It's all the way at the 44-yard line in Mountain Ridge territory.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct called on Bingham.
You hate to see that for Bingham. Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, and
that ball's going to be placed.
We don't have replay options up here. We didn't get an explanation from the official, so I'm not going to speculate, but goodness, that one hurts.
Seems to be the story of the night for the Miners, unfortunately, tonight. They'll find some momentum, pick up some good yardage, and then will ultimately have to be behind the sticks because of a penalty.
And the real downside to that one is it's a dead ball foul, so it's between second and third down, so now it's going to remain third down.
Screen pass out. It's caught and immediately brought down. Good catch, good move made by Tui Koluvatu, but not able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage.
The 36-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down and 13 for the Miners.
Boy, that's going to be one that Bingham's going to look back at film session on Monday and wonder what might have been. Just two critical errors on that one that you're starting to build something with Cash Dawson. He was starting to develop a rhythm. Is that Kulimushi make a catch?
That ball punted and booted away. Cohen Cunningham lets it bounce. It'll roll out to the 1 yard line. Oh, wow. Talk about a field switch at the 1 yard line. And that's where the Sentinels will start this drive.
The Sentinels are going to have their backs up.
Absolutely incredible kick there from Bingham. A fortuitous bounce for sure. And for Cohen Cunningham, there's really not a whole lot you can do in that one. You just don't expect the ball to bounce almost 20 yards. And a great job of awareness by the Bingham Miners special teams unit. Get to the ball, down it before it rolls into the end zone, and now an opportunity to not only capitalize on the flip field, but maybe apply some pressure on that Mountain Ridge offense.
That is what they call hashtag for the brand. 8:30 left to go. 21-6, Sentinels lead. Hunt and this offense out for the first time. A deep pass is caught. And here comes Cohen Cunningham. And Cohen Cunningham will take it all the way. 98-yard touchdown snag from Cohen Cunningham. Second touchdown of the night. And that is a helmet sticker brought to you by Tap Bank.
At one point in time, we called him a poor man's Britton Covey, but Cohen Cunningham is making his own name. What a great throw, catch, and sprint to the end zone by number 4, Cohen Cunningham, with the highlight of the night.
98 yards. Kick is up, kick is good.
And it is good.
And it's 28-6 with 8:15 left to go here in the third quarter.
Seconds left in the third quarter. Mountain Ridge 28, Bingham 6.
Boy, that is just an absolute momentum killer for the Bingham Miners. And I just you keep wondering what the ceiling is for this Mountain Ridge unit. They are playing with so much confidence. The execution is at a high level. It's in all phases. It's not just quarterback. It's quarterback, wide receiver, offensive line. It's all of it. Boy, just an impressive play and an impressive start to the second half for Mountain Ridge.
Backed up from the punt, fielded. They spotted at the 2 yard line, and then one play, 98 yards to the house. Cohen Cunningham. Sentinels now with Aiden Robinson out onto the field to kick this one away. We'll see if the Bingham Miners are able to respond after Cohen Cunningham gets his second touchdown of the night. This one fielded short of the end zone. It'll be brought back for a return as Kulimushi trying to get out to the left and finally runs out of bounds. But a good gain, good return, for Kulimushi.
By number 10, John Kulimushi.
Yeah, Kulimushi trying to generate anything in the return game, hoping for a spark. And we saw number 14, Jordan Thurman, with the big return earlier that helped Bingham get back into this. And right now, this Miner offense, not quite to a point of critical change in philosophy, but it's got to be something. You've got to get something going on this drive in order to stay in the game.
28-6 with 8:08 left to go in the third quarter. Here come the Bingham Miners and Cash Dawson leading out this team. Handoff going nowhere. Brought down for the short gain.
We don't talk about him a lot, but Bridger Butterfield is so reliable for this Mountain Ridge defense. He did a fantastic job of filling the hole there and just limiting the gain. I believe it was Finau was the ball carrier. And Butterfield has just been so solid for this defense.
That was Tui Koluvatu on the run up the middle for the Miners. Empty backfield now for Dawson. Takes the snap. And he was going nowhere. He will be sacked.
Who else?
And Dawson is sacked in the backfield by number 7.
Zach Ofisa getting in there with a big sack. And it'll bring up 3rd and long.
See, Ofisa, such a stout runner, but going both ways for the Sentinels and gets the sack there. A critical play. I tell you what, this Sentinel unit just continues to impress. Trey Briggs back there as well to help out.
Miners need 17. A handoff up the middle. And a big run made there by the Bingham Miners. As, again, Tui Koluvatu with a big run, but he'll be brought down short of the first down gain.
Yeah, Tusi with the nice nimble run there. Tries to almost hurdle a defender, but still not able to pick up enough to get Bingham out of that deep hole. And as such, the Miners are going to have to punt this one away.
Punting back on for the Miners. Last time able to pin this Sentinels team deep. This time fielded by Cohen Cunningham. Calls for the fair catch. And that's where this Sentinels offense will set up for their next drive.
43-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10.
Well, last time we saw the Sentinel offense, it just took one play. 98 yards for Cohen Cunningham. Well over 100 yards now tonight. I wish we had the official stats and official numbers for Cohen Cunningham, but certainly over 100 yards. Cohen Cunningham has really come alive those last couple of games for this Sentinel offense.
And he really has. He not quite the leader in receptions for this team, but close to it. He is, well, probably up there with Graydon Dumas. We'll have to see after tonight. But 8 touchdowns on the season receiving. Does it on the ground, too. Has a pass attempt even.
Graydon Dumas goes for 1. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Sentinels.
We see the shovel pass again from the Sentinel offense to Dumas, this time going nowhere to bring up 2nd down. Hunt switching things up here at the line of scrimmage. Head coach Robbins calling in the play.
Like a lot of coaching staffs in the state, head coach, also a coordinator.
Hunt drops back, rolls out to his right, gets it to the sideline, caught by Graydon Dumas.
Comes back to the ball and catches it.
But just a great job of Dumas getting back to the ball, reeling that one in. Bit of traffic there. Jackson Hunt able to thread the needle to him. It was one of those situations where, as I'm watching, I'm wondering what's going on. You just got to trust that this offensive unit knows what's going on with each other.
1st and 10 coming up here for the home side. Snap taken by Hunt. Hunt quickly out to DeYoung. DeYoung going nowhere as looks like that was number 20.
And that pass.
Denzel Peoples coming up making the play.
And Peoples is a physical corner. He gives up a little bit in size, but he plays strong and stout.
12 for the Sentinels.
And outside of that early first reception, we haven't heard a ton from Titan DeYoung.
DeYoung brought down for the loss. It brings up 2nd and 12. Hunt will take the snap, drops back, pressure coming. Has to roll out to his left. Looking downfield, it's caught and out of bounds. Nicely done by Twilley on the catch.
Complete. Out to the Miner 40-yard line.
Great job by Lincoln Twilley of coming back to the ball, able to secure it. Now 3rd and average. We're going to call it 3rd and Brown Bear.
Hey, we get one.
And I think We say it enough on the broadcast, but every time it's okay to be average as long as you finish strong, and that's absolutely what this Mountain Ridge offense has done all year. You have to wonder if maybe they look to one of their many playmakers here, but that's the hard part. Which one?
Hunt drops back, pressure coming, gets it out to Cunningham, snags it in the air, brings it down, but he'll be stopped short. Cohen Cunningham, shifty.
Yeah, initially couldn't believe that he was able to catch that. Reels in the one-handed catch, able to pick up a few yards. Mountain Ridge is going to go for this here.
They need 3 on 4th down. Empty backfield for Hunt. Ball on the 37-yard line with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Hunt drops back, gets it out quick, caught again by Cunningham, and Cunningham pushed out of bounds. Cohen Cunningham coming up with the first down catch.
Enough for the first and more. Gets almost 15 yards on that one. Great job of Cohen Cunningham securing the catch, breaking a tackle or two, picking up that additional chunk yardage. They call it yak.
Hunt over the middle, caught! Oh. No, falls incomplete, but the flags are out. Ball intended for Grade and Dumas. We'll see what this call is here, Brian.
Yeah, based on the position of it, I'm not sure if it's going to be a movement penalty or a hold. We have seen a lot. It looks like it was a...
On the Sentinels, that's going to back them up 10 yards. Replay first down. It'll be first and 20.
Didn't necessarily see the hold. Wasn't a lot of pressure being applied until late on that one, but had Graydon Dumas been able to make that catch, it would have been negated by the penalty. So we'll see what this Mountain Ridge Sentinel offense is able to do now. Bingham has caught some momentum from penalties in the past.
First and 20 here for Mountain Ridge. Hunt, empty backfield, drops back. Gets it out over the middle, and it is intercepted!
And that Hunt pass is picked up.
Ball going the other way! Picked out of the air by Damon Gibbons!
Great job by Damon Gibbons, maintaining positioning there, holding on to the football. That was a tough catch to make. Jackson Hunt tried to rifle that one in there. Probably a decision that he'll look at later on in film and want to get back, but he really hasn't had a lot of those all season. It's just his 6th interception on the year. Now Bingham with some life. 2:48 left to play here in the third quarter.
Credit to this Bingham Miners defense forcing another turnover. They had the fumble in the first quarter on the goal line. They had another ball from Jackson Hunt that hit the turf but was able to be recovered by the Sentinels. Now you have the INT from Jackson Hunt. Second down coming up here for Bingham with 2:28 left to go in the third quarter. Ball on the 15-yard line. They need 6 for the first down. Dawson goes under center, takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Good keeper from Dawson. The ball is out, and they'll say that he was down prior to.
Number 12, Cash Dawson takes it around the right
ball
side.
was clearly out, but not able to see from up here if he was down before it popped out.
It's going to bring up third down.
Regardless, that's going to bring out 3rd and 4, so you get another 3rd and average here, 3rd and brown bear situation here. This time for the Miners. We'll see what they come up with. 4 yards is gettable for them in the run game.
They've been running the ball well tonight. Finau lined up in the backfield. 3 receivers bunched up to the near side.
Oh.
And that one's batted at the line of scrimmage. It falls incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Bingham Miners.
I believe that was big number 99 in there with the deflection. Jackson Brown Zach Ofisa almost able to pick that off if he would have just been able to turn around. As you mentioned, the punt now incoming.
Bingham here will punt this one away. Kick is away. Cunningham fields it for the return, and immediately Matt going nowhere. Cohen Cunningham, typically an electric returner, this time covered well by the kicking team here in the Bingham Miners.
Yeah, good coverage there by Bingham, and Cohen Cunningham. You can see him itching to get a return in. Just hasn't been able to.
Curious about the baseball game tonight. Tigers, Mariners, tied 2-2, bottom of the ninth.
He's got one on the season. You can see that he wants to get another one. But in the meantime, I guess Mountain Ridge is going to have to settle for their offense trying to get a touchdown here.
With 59 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, it is a 28-6 lead for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels as Jackson Hunt and this offense return for another drive. Jackson Hunt will hand it off to Ofisa. Ofisa bounces out to the right, finds some wiggle room, and brought down after 6 on the gain.
Number 7, Zach Ofisa, up the middle for a gain of 6. That's going to bring up second down. And
under a minute to play here in the third quarter, and you can see Mountain Ridge is not going to fool around here. They just want to control and possess the football as much as they can.
Second down here, Hunt takes a snap, drops back, gets it out to DeYoung. DeYoung goes backwards, finally turns up, gets the first down, and brought down at around the 40-yard line. Titan DeYoung with the first down snag.
Does a great job to secure the ball in traffic, and that's a tough pass. He's got to come out of his route a little bit and breaks a couple tackles, picks up the first down. I think Titan DeYoung has 3 or 4 catches, but each one seems to be something magnificent.
First down coming up here for the Sentinels with 9 seconds left on the clock. They'll get the snap off. Dumas has to reach out and bring it down, and he'll be brought down with a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's the second time that I've called Monson Taukafu's name, and I tell you, Taukuafu, excuse me. I tell you what, the junior linebacker is impressive. He's one of those guys that just has a knack for getting in the mix.
I want to welcome you back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, as always presented by Tab Bank. Alex Napolis, that's Brian Brown. Fourth quarter action here at Mountain Ridge High School getting underway as the Sentinels lead it 28-6 over the Bingham Miners. 2 touchdown performance tonight from Cohen Cunningham, 1 from Titan DeYoung, and a keeper from Jackson Hunt. Has us at 28, and now a third down play coming up for the Sentinels.
And no reason to be slow with it here as the clock isn't moving.
Hunt will take the snap. Ofisa in the backfield, pitches it out, and it hits the turf. Looks like Twilly trying to bring it in. Almost intercepted as well, but it ultimately hits the turf, and it's incomplete.
Jaden Stockbrand almost had a moment there. The near Piesman.
You wanted it, Brian.
No, I don't know that one was necessarily designed, but maybe Coach Robbins can watch that one in film and work something into it, but Jaden Stockbrand living his best life for both me and every offensive lineman out there that never got to catch a football.
Fourth down coming up here for the Sentinels. They will go for it. Hunt with Ofisa in the backfield. Hunt drops back. Pressure coming off the edge. Hunt trying to escape. Hunt up the sideline. Hunt has to just throw this one away towards the end zone. A flag is out behind the play.
Got somebody in that Mountain Ridge backfield with a hold.
On fourth down.
Have to believe that Bingham's going to decline that one. They'll take the ball, and a good job by Jackson Hunt of just getting rid of the football, not letting anything become more catastrophic, not allowing Bingham to gain any more momentum. You saw the pressure. Good job there by number 60, Lincoln Morgan, the nose guard, and he and Sila Mau have been outstanding tonight. Morgan is just a junior, Mau just a sophomore. So you can see that this Bingham team has some talent, some real potential here with the youth. Just, it's been hard for them to overcome the loss. And Boston Singley at quarterback. Cash Dawson's done an admirable job stepping in, but that combined with a couple mistakes has just made it difficult for the Miners to even the score.
To your point, Brian, if you're just joining us, earlier in this game, Boston Singley, the quarterback for the Bingham Miners, went down, has yet to return to this game. Cash Dawson here, the quarterback, hurls it downfield, falls incomplete, but Dawson, he's provided a nice spark for this offense.
And that pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, he's done some good things in the running game on that one, threw into multiple defenders there for Mountain Ridge. And I'll tell you what, the Sentinels have some defensive backs that do a good job. So number 3 there, Caden Runyon, who we've mentioned a few times on previous broadcasts, does a nice job in defense. And this secondary, they don't have a lot of highly touted prospects, but they do a great job of executing the scheme.
Handoff, this time to Tui Koluvatu.
Takes it up the middle for a gain of 4. Bring it up 3rd down. And
you got Runyon and Austin Freeman on the other side. They've done well tonight. I mentioned Cole Uluave. He's been outstanding for them all season long. And don't forget number 22, Easton Stubbs. Number 2, Landon Metzger. Braylon Washington out there at the safety position.
Dawson drops back. It's caught at the 6. We'll see where the spot is, but Damon Gibbons coming up with a big catch.
Yeah, and that is a huge catch for that Bingham Miner defense or offense,
Complete.
Not going to be enough for the first down,
Out
but
to the 48-yard
getting
line.
them
It's gonna bring
close.
up 4th down and 1 for the Miners.
10:45 left to go. 4th down coming up for Bingham, so they will give them the forward progression. They'll give them the spot. And we'll see. Yes, there it is. The first down for the Bingham Miners.
Correction. That ball moves forward to the 49-yard line, and that's going to be good for a Bingham first down.
I'm not sure what the conversation was behind that one, Alex, but goes in the favor of the Bingham Miners and now starting to gain some momentum with this drive. And Cash Dawson, the backup quarterback, came in midway through the second quarter. The starter injured.
Dawson rolls out to his right. Downfield, it's incomplete. Ball intended for number 10, John Kulimushi, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Kulimushi was just absolutely laid out on that one. Would have been hard for anybody to make that catch. Great job of pursuit by that Mountain Ridge defense. Now second and 10, for the Bingham Miners.
It's a big spot on that last one. Instead of bringing up a 4th down and 4th down and short for Bingham, you instead get the first down. And that's why we're here at 2nd down for Bingham, 28-6. And prior to, we'll have flags come out.
False start penalty called on the Miners. That's going to
False start there on the Miners, and
the ball will be at the 44-yard line. That's going to be 2nd down and 15 for Bingham.
we're seeing a bit of emotion coming out there as the play seemed to continue quite a bit after the whistle.
2nd and 15, ball on the 44-yard line. Dawson will take the snap, drops back, Gets it on the screen pass. It's caught. And Tuikolovatu
Bridger Butterfield
with a big run.
5-6 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Miners.
And after the penalty, it's still 3rd and long for Bingham, but a nice catch there by Tusi, able to gain back some of the yardage loss on the penalty. And then again, Bridger Butterfield with the tackle there. And I think, when you talk about defensive players, your linebackers have to be sure tacklers. And we've seen Tusi break more than his fair share of tackles tonight. Good job by Butterfield there, wrangling him.
Dawson drops back. Pressure coming. Steps up. Tries to escape. Still on his feet. Dawson finally goes down, but flags again coming out.
Yeah,
Number 12.
and I'm surprised we didn't get a flag earlier on that one.
Cash Dawson. He loses the sack in the backfield, scrambles forward.
Signal is for a face mask there at the end of the play. That's going to give Bingham a 1st down, and that is exactly what the Miners needed, was just anything to help move the chains.
Big penalty for Bingham. And so that will set the ball up at the 29-yard line. Dawson here on 1st down in the shotgun. Dawson steps up, keeper for the quarterback, and after maybe 3 on the game.
Dawson takes it down to the Sentinel 24-yard line.
Yeah, Cash Dawson's just tough as nails. He's running in between the tall timber there and fearless. He absorbs a ton of contact, keeps those legs moving, able to pick up a couple yards on 1st down there, and allows that Bingham offense to keep the chains, or keep the ball moving, hopefully to keep the chains moving.
Like what we've seen here in the second half from Tuikolovatu, he's off for this one in his Peterson. Owen Peterson cuts up and is brought down after maybe a yard on the gain.
I wasn't sure if we were going to see Owen Peterson. Good to see him back out there. It was a nice job of cutting it back, avoiding a charging Sentinel defender, and getting positive yards out of what looked like it could have been a broken play. And now for Bingham, 3rd and 5, this has kind of been their nemesis because they have enough juice in the running game where they can pick up 5 yards. But what do you do? It looks like they're going to wait for the... Oh, excuse me, they're going to call timeout.
Timeout taken for the Miners with 7:47 left to go. We'll take it with them here on the Rewind Sports Network. And want to welcome you back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Mountain Ridge Football here on the Rewind Sports Network is brought to you by Method Heating and Cooling. Trusted in Utah for 20-plus years, heating, cooling, and comfort you can count on. That's Method Heating and Air. Method Heating and Air, proud sponsor of the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. Almost intercepted, instead batted down off the double pass, and it falls incomplete.
Number 3, Caden Runyon.
Mentioned him earlier, Caden Runyon with the deflection there, almost able to reel in the interception. And I tell you what, everything is clicking for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels right now, not fazed at all by the double pass. Now 4th down for Bingham. This one becomes critical. I know every announcer thinks every 3rd and 4th down is critical, but this one may be more than any.
Empty backfield for Dawson on 4th down. They need 5. Dawson rolls out to his left. The ball is out. Picked up by Dawson, and he'll be brought down for a big loss.
Not only does he get the sack, but he strips it and recovers the ball.
Recovered.
Take over at their 40-yard line, 1st down.
By Titan DeYoung.
Oh, Titan DeYoung, just such an outstanding football player. And when you need your stars to step up the most, he does just that. It's a rollout action to the far side of the field, and Dawson just had zero space to operate. DeYoung just explodes upfield, Not only does he force the fumble, he gets the recovery, and it would have been a turnover on downs, but just another outstanding play by that Mountain Ridge Sentinel defense.
Jackson Hunt in this offense returning out to the field with the lead. Handoff up the middle. He'll be brought down. That's Ashton Gates on the carry. And a good carry for Ashton Gates as he gets 4 on the run.
And I expect we'll see a steady diet of Ashton Gates here, amongst others. Mountain Ridge, the clock is your friend right now if you're the Sentinels.
Hunt will take the snap. Gets it out quick to Dumas. Dumas, though, going nowhere, and he'll be brought down for a loss. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Graydon Dumas hasn't really been able to get going in this one.
Yeah, outstanding tackle there by Grady Johnson, the defensive back from Bingham. Able to wrap up Dumas in the backfield. It's that same little screen pass that they've run a couple times, and Johnson doing a good job of recognizing, getting the tackle for loss.
6:33 left to go and counting. Here on third down, it's the Sentinels. They need 9. Ball on the 41-yard line. Play clock at 2, at 1, and they'll take the timeout prior to. And remember that all timeouts for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels is brought to you by TJ Olson Insurance. A big shout out to TJ Olson Insurance, an incredible supporter of Mountain Ridge football. TJ Olson and his team aren't just about protecting what matters most, they're about investing in our community and backing the players who give it their all every Friday night. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for standing with Mountain Ridge football and helping make this season unforgettable. (28-6) with 6:17 left to go after the timeout taken. The Sentinels here need 9 for the first down. 2-touchdown performance tonight by Cohen Cunningham. Titan DeYoung with a big catch early in the first quarter. And a keeper from Jackson Hunt is what makes the difference here. 28-6 for Mountain Ridge. On third down, Jackson Hunt. Gates in the backfield. 3 receivers line up to the far side. Hunt gets it out on the screen to Gates. Gates pushed out of bounds and stopped short of the line of gain.
Gates takes it out over the 45 to the 46-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down and 4 for the Sentinels.
Yeah, the safe play with the handoff to Gates. He's able to pick up a few yards. Now you get your punt team out there, but more importantly, it looks like, I'm not sure why the clock has stopped. I didn't see anybody.
Robinson out here to boot this one away. Aiden Robinson will take the snap. The punt is up and away. Big leg from Aiden Robinson, and it'll be fielded there at the 5, 6, and some extracurriculars between the Miners and the Sentinels.
Bingham will take over 1st and 10.
Aiden Robinson has become a real weapon for this Mountain Ridge team. He's been excellent in the kicking game. We saw the big punt there. He's extremely reliable with the kickoffs. And we say this almost every broadcast, but if you think college kickers are an adventure, high school kickers can be even more so. And as you look at the road to Rice Eccles, I don't know if we call it that necessarily, but for the sake of tonight's conversation, we will. That's a massive factor for this Mountain Ridge team, and just the completeness of this squad.
Called on the Sentinels.
And see, there's a holding penalty there that'll
They'll move it up 10 yards.
give the Bingham Miners a little bit of breathing room as it goes all the way out to the 22-yard line.
Ball comes out to the 22-yard line.
We got 6:03 to go, 78 yards to try and get a touchdown, and then they'll have to get at least 2 more scores after that, and at least 1 2-point conversion.
Handoff up the middle. Good run here on first down
Brucey,
made
up the middle for a gain of 3. Brings
once
it out
more, this time by
to the
Finau.
Miners' 25-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 7.
3-yard gain by number 1 Finau.
And for Bingham right now, I think it's just about getting that one score. If you can sustain a drive and start opening things up, then maybe you can start taking some shots down the field. But as we've seen almost all night long, Cash Dawson has the ability to throw the ball, but getting really far downfield has not been his forte.
Dawson steps up, and he'll be immediately met by a wall of Sentinel defenders. It looked like Sefa Toki was the first one there for Mountain Ridge.
And you talk about a wall. Big number 97 just swallowed him up. And Toki gets I'm not sure if they'll call that a sack. Gets the tackle regardless. More importantly for Mountain Ridge is that clock continues to tick.
4:45 left to go for the Bingham Miners. They close their season tonight. No game for Bingham next week. And they'll throw this one out of bounds as Dawson brought down behind the play.
The throw ball's incomplete.
And Dawson very, very slow to get up.
And 9.
Flag comes out, and some concern for their backup quarterback, Cash Dawson, over down on the sideline.
Miner on the field.
The athletic training staff quickly running onto the field. We'll take a quick step aside while they take a look at Cash Dawson. Well, Brian, you said it while we were off. He's a tough kid. Great to see Cash Dawson up, being able to walk over to the sideline. He will have to, of course, sit out momentarily. And they'll punt it away here on 4th down.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing. You hope that he's okay. He was able to walk off in his own power, but also basically forces Bingham to punt it here. Ooh.
Pressure was coming. Almost got a hand on it. Able to get it away. That's Tucker Brown, who punts it up and away. It'll die at about the 35, 36-yard line. That's where Mountain Ridge will get possession back.
Tucker Brown, the punter there from Bingham, under major pressure and actually helping pick up some of the Mountain Ridge defenders at his feet as he hobbles off. And when you talk about a toughness, and I think both of these football teams exemplify toughness in the fact that they've both responded and continued to fight throughout this game. Bingham has not been an easy season. This was a team that was projected to win the region, but they've been continually in the fight tonight, never given up at any point in time.
Big handoff up the middle to Ashton Gates, and he'll take it to the house, all the way to the end zone. Ashton Gates, touchdown Sentinels!
It was a sprint to the finish for Ashton Gates, and he takes the gold in the form of 6 points for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels. And again, this offense continues to do it in every phase. Ashton Gates with another touchdown on the ground.
I thought it was curious, Brian, as that PAT is up, and it is good, 35-6. I thought it was interesting that with 4:22 left to go and 28-6 lead, I thought it was interesting that the first team offense ran out, and Jackson Hunt and that offense came out. That makes sense. Hand it off to Gates. Gates takes it to the house.
And I think the real philosophy behind it is that you want your best players out there just to make sure that nothing goes wrong. And for the Bingham Miners, unfortunately, everything went wrong on that play, and it went absolutely correct for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels as Gates practically untouched. Just a wide open hole there to the right side, scampers his way into the end zone. Now this one, 4-possession game with 4:11 left. Barring some kind of miraculous circumstance, I don't know where Bingham's going to be able to generate enough scoring to get back into this one.
Ashton Gates, such a big runner for this Sentinel side, but yet only his 3rd touchdown on the season. As that one will go in back through the end zone out for the touchback, and that's where the Bingham Miners offense will return to the field. 4:11 left to go here in the 4th quarter.
They'll take over 1st down and 10.
Last time out, Cash Dawson, slow to get back up onto his feet, had to be tended to momentarily. We'll see who comes out at the quarterback position, and it looks like number 5 back into the game. Boston Singley back in for the Bingham Miners. Singley under center. He'll take the snap, handoff. Bounces out to the left and brought down.
And the run goes up the middle.
And we saw Singley leave earlier in the game. Not sure what the injury was. He's out there moving around pretty good on his feet. Haven't seen him throw the ball yet, though. We'll have to wait and see. What a gritty effort.
3:30 left to go. Singley, again, another handoff. This one up the middle. And brought down. Maybe
and
1 on the gain there from
for a gain of 1 on the play, maybe 2.
From Tui
for the Miners.
From Tui Kolovatu.
Yeah, Tui Kolovatu has done a great job tonight in the run game, a few receptions as well. Not able to pick up a ton of yards there. I'll tell you what, this Mountain Ridge defense is just stingy.
Under 3 now to go here in the 4th quarter. Singley in for the Bingham Miners. He'll hand it off once more to number 3. Tusi this time, though, going nowhere. Brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Takes it up the middle. Takes it out to about the 27-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Bingham just 3 straight runs there.
The 26-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down.
You have to wonder if maybe there isn't something wrong with Singley where he's just not able to throw the football. That would be my takeaway from that drive. 3 straight runs there is he's got just enough that he can hand the ball off. He did look like he was favoring his arm just a little bit too. Woo. Quick get off there from Mountain Ridge.
Tucker Brown punts this one away. And that one will roll to about the 34-yard line.
Rolls down at the Sentinel 32-yard line, where the Mountain
and we do have a flag.
Will take over 1st down and 10.
So wait for the officials to give us a signal at the 32-yard line. In the meantime, that Mountain Ridge offense trots onto the field for what is 2 minutes and 6 seconds left of play.
Now Jackson Hunt and that offense will stay on the sideline. Here comes number 12, Finn Child. We've seen him in the past. Finn Child here with a chance to put a bow on this game. Prior to, though, holding called against the Sentinels. Or, excuse me, called against the Bingham Miners. Penalty is declined. Punt will stand, and that brings up 1st down.
So maybe the signal wrong on that one. The ball's being backed up now.
Yes.
Significantly backed up.
Oh, well, they keep going.
Penalty on the play. That's going to back up the Sentinels down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Mountain Ridge.
And don't expect to see any throws from Finn Child. He has thrown the ball a couple times this season. I expect that this will just be an effort to run out the clock.
Now we have the offense returning back over to the sideline.
Don't know if we had a timeout.
Official timeout here as all the officials heading over towards the ball. And both head coaches coming over to have a conversation with our referees tonight. Still waiting for things to get sorted out here, Brian, with 2:06 left to go.
So, in the past, I've been told, situations such as that, it's usually the officials bringing both head coaches to the middle of the field to discuss language. And that's been an emphasis of the UHSAA and officials for a while now. You see Coach Robbins bringing his team up, making sure that they're aware of it. Now we start what should be the last possession of the game. 2:06 left.
Here comes Child. He'll take the snap, hand off up the middle, and a big run on first down. Flips over his defender. That's Bradley Foster with a big run.
Ben Child in a quarterback, hands off to number 24, Bradley Foster, for a gain up the middle of about 6. Bringing up second down and 4 for the Sentinels.
1:45 left to go. Second down coming up now for the Mountain Ridge Sentinels, who after tonight will move up to 7-2 on this season and will remain undefeated in region play. Child takes the snap. Another handoff to Bradley Foster, who bounces out to the right. Bradley Foster, where have you been hiding that one, Coach Robbins?
Takes it around the right side for a gain of 5 out to the 30, but we have a flag on the play.
Flag on the play, though. We'll come back.
Yeah, Foster, just a junior, 5'10", 195, showing some nifty footwork there as he's able to scoot outside and pick up the initial first down, but this one's going to move back. Shout out to the, I will say, the elite game production staff here at Mountain Ridge.
Absolutely.
As Rick Astley plays over the PA system. I don't know if the internet still knows what a Rick rolled is. We thought they had the first down. Well, they did not.
Child will take the snap. Another handoff to Bradley Foster. And, you know, Ashton Gates, phenomenal running back. Ofisa also comes in, and it does a very solid work at running back for this Mountain Ridge Sentinels side. Bradley Foster might be a name you've got to watch out for next season.
And there's a lot of guys that are returning for this Mountain Ridge Sentinel football team. As you've got Jackson Hunt, just a junior. Bradley Foster will be back next year. McKay Renteria will be back. Renteria is just a freshman, and didn't see a ton of him tonight, but he is still a very, very talented football player. And the future is bright here at Mountain Ridge.
Child runs it out, and he'll slide down.
And Big Child takes it around the right side, slides up to about the 25-yard line.
And with 27 seconds left,
Fourth down and about 4 for
that
the
clock will
Sentinels.
just tick, tick, tick away, and that is going to do it. The offense heading back over the near sideline as the Mountain Ridge Sentinels here at home in the second to last game of the regular season will walk away with a 35-6 lead or win over the Bingham Miners.
Mountain Ridge 35, Bingham 6.
Big performance here at home. Jackson Hunt, phenomenal in the passing game as usual. Cohen Cunningham, 2 touchdown performance. This Sentinel offense,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Besides, a little bit of a struggle with some ball security, a couple fumbles, the interception, of course, from Jackson Hunt. But other than that, a pretty flawless game from this offense.
Yeah, for Coach Nick Robbins and his staff, this is the exact kind of effort that you want from your team. Enough to work on for next week. Keep your guys focused, keep your team hungry, but a good effort and a great victory here as Mountain Ridge continues their chase for a region championship.
They'll remain undefeated in region and, again, control their destiny heading into the final week of the season. For the Bingham Miners, no game next week. They will stand by and wait to see where they land in the RPI rankings after the final week next week.
And for the Miners, it's outstanding effort tonight in spite of so much adversity. You lose your first-string quarterback, have to adjust your game plan. We saw some moments of brilliance from Cash Dawson there. Most importantly, we saw a team that just competed for the entirety of the game. And, for a program that has reached some of the highest highs, you know that they're not pleased with where they stand in the standings, but they're going to keep working and keep trying to improve and grow. And like you said, Alex, I think everything changes once those RPI rankings are released and playoffs begin.
Helmet stickers here on the Rewind Sports Network. Again, this is something new that we've started this season as we highlight big performances, standout performances, and it's brought to you by Tap Bank. Helmet sticker tonight for me. It has to be Cohen Cunningham, 2 touchdown performance, including the 98-yard catch and run by Cohen Cunningham. Helmet sticker for me goes to Cohen Cunningham. Brian, for you.
Yeah, Cohen Cunningham was outstanding, and I think well-deserving of that. You could go with Titan DeYoung right off the bat, setting the tone with the early touchdown. I'm going to go with Cole Uluave. I don't think this Mountain Ridge defense gets the credit that it deserves. It has been fantastic all year long. Shout out to Coach Peck and his squad for a great job. But Cole Uluave with a touchdown-saving interception in a lot of ways, but it killed the momentum of that Bingham drive. So shout out to him and the rest of this Mountain Ridge defense.
Helmet stickers here on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Tap Bank. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, as always presented by Tap Bank. I'm Alex Napolis. That's Brian Brown. A big shout out to Tino on the camera, and from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Everyone have a good night, and we'll see you next week. Week 10 action, the final week of the regular season of high school football.